Welcome guys, if you're not aware, I also have a crime channel where I do tarot, spirit sessions and case analysis. If you're into that, subscribe guys, there's a link in the description box below. I'll see you over there. Hi lovelies, welcome. Thank you so much for being with me today. I hope you're all doing really well, having a great week or great weekend wherever you are. As you can see, I've got a lot of purple things in front of me here, and I just want to say a big thank you and give a big shout out to Lavender, Panorama Hills Lavender Farm, who are in New South Wales, Australia. They sent me this amazing gift box of goodies for my birthday, which was really freaking lovely. I'm not joking, these are the most amazing things that I have smelled in a long time. Like, I love lavender. I've bought lots of products over time, you know, through doTERRA or different companies which are amazing in themselves. But there's something about this, I'm not joking, it smells absolutely divine. They've given me an essential oil, a candle, some things I have not opened yet, just because I want to show you. I wanted to, you know, show this to you. Got some beautiful lavender and chamomile tea. And we got this amazing lavender salve, which, oh my God, guys, this is seriously to die for. I'm in love with this. You have no idea how much this, this has got to be the best lavender I've ever smelled. So amazing. So thank you so much. I've got the beautiful lavender. I'm not sure which one this one, it might be eucalyptus, I'm not sure yet. But this is the shower steamers. You put these in the shower. And I'm going to come back and do another video once I've used some of these products as well, and tell you which ones are my favorite. This is eucalyptus here, and we've got, oh my God, I can't wait to use this oil here as well. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's amazing, guys. Seriously, and she made this most beautiful wand for me. This is customized. This is lavender in here. How amazing is this? So beautiful with the selenite and the amethyst on here. It's so special. This is my special spell wand, you know, for when I do my rituals around the moon time as well. Special moon phases. And the reason I'm showing this to you guys is not only because I'm just so thankful and grateful for these beautiful products. Like, so many of you have gifted me with beautiful things over time, and I'm just forever grateful. And I just wanted to let you guys know that if you want to try a product from these people, they're absolutely amazing. And it's also supporting a local farm, you know, a local family as well. Like, some of you are overseas, obviously. But it's not just, you know, they're a small company, or they're growing, but it's not like mainstream kind of, you know, this is people who are doing this from the heart, from their heart, you know, they love doing this. And it's amazing what you can do with one plant, you know, or many species of the same plant. But it's like so many things you can do: candles, soaps, essential oils, salves, and, you know, make a wand. They've got this beautiful, the buds here, which you can put into like dried lavender, which you can put into pouches and put some essential oils into, I guess, as well. But you can do spells with these things as well. And they're very reasonably priced. I've looked at their website as well. Panorama Hills Lavender, once again, the hydrosol can be used for anything. This can be a cleaning product. It can be used for, see, it's an all-purpose, all-round cleaner. You can put it in your washing, in your bath. It's a disinfectant. It's absolutely amazing. Such a natural, healthy way, you know, chemical free. And we got this absolutely gorgeous book they sent me as well for chants, spells, rituals, journal pages, book of shadows. My God, it's amazing, guys. So if you're interested in any of these products, I've got the link in the description box below for their website, and just have a browse even, you know, because this is absolutely gorgeous. I don't normally go on and on about things, but especially companies, but I'm not joking. This is the real deal. They're just so, I get that idea, very humble, very beautiful. It's all from the heart, and it's just, I can't wait to use them all. And I'm going to come back, as I said, with another video and tell you which ones are my most absolute favorite. Obviously, I love this one. This wand is amazing. But the tea, you know, and just lighting this beautiful candle here, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And the shower steamers, they also have shower, like bath bath bombs as well, and I'm sure there's many other things I haven't found yet. And there's this beautiful oil. This is, I gotta say, smelling this first up, this has got to be one of my most favorite already of their products. My God. Oh my God, it's to die for. Anyway, enough about that. Just want to say thank you so much to them for sending those out to me. I'm so spoiled. And yeah, thank you to anyone who's ever donated to my channel or given me anything, guys. It's really, really appreciated. Let's get started. We're going to get started with this reading now. Feeling so good. I can smell all this lavender on my cards now. Awesome. So let's do it. We have got the Guardian Angel Messages from Radley Valentine. We're using my Divine Oracle as well as my Divine Timing Oracle. And we've got the what's this one? Moonology Manifestations by Yasmin Boland. Oh man, I'm just on a high right now. Oh, it's just amazing. Because lavender has so many great, medicinal uses too. And not everybody loves lavender, but a lot of people do love lavender. But I think they also have other things like eucalyptus as well on there. So, yeah, amazing, guys. Let's have a look, okay? What do we need to know this week, please? Spirit, thank you, angels. What do we need to know? What do we need to know for this week? What is our special message? What do we need to focus on? Thank you, angels. Whoops. Thank you, angels. What do we need to focus on? I haven't used these cards for a while. Thank you. What do we need to focus on this week, please? It's taken a while to come out. Whoop, there it is. Okay, what do we got here? Four of Earth. Frugalness, extravagance, control. And we've got the master number 44 here, which is pretty cool. If you're looking at 444, we're looking at the number, I see it as a number of protection and security, stability. And maybe this week we're going to be watching, be very careful with our spending. But, sometimes it's okay to make a purchase that makes us feel good about ourselves. We don't always have to be so careful that we can't actually live. We want to be able to enjoy life as well. So whilst it is good to really just pay attention to our expenses, maybe we just got to think, okay, are we holding on too much out of fear of, losing something? Sometimes when we hold on so tightly to something, we end up losing anyway. On life, like that's a restriction. This card speaks of restrictions, not being able to live a little or lighten up a little. Or even sharing. Sometimes people see this card as greed. Are we wanting to share, our finances or abundance or happiness with others? It could be that as well. You could be coming up against someone who's like this with you as well. I didn't have my things here. Oh yeah, I moved them. Doesn't matter. I'll leave them down like this for now. So let's get another card here. I just wanted to see what else we can get from this. Thank you, angels. What else do we need to know with this? So I think it's just a message basically saying, let's live a little this week. Also be careful with our spending. Yeah, we do need to be careful. 7 of Earth, investment, assessment, and patience. So interesting, we've got the greens here too. Look at this. And this is all about investing and waiting for the harvest, waiting for things to blossom and grow in our lives. We want to see the end result already, but, and this looks like Archangel Raphael right here too to me. So, there might be some healing needed, just some peace of mind needed as well, that what we have invested in our lives, whether it be literally financially, or it's like that nest egg as well, that we're going to get there, and sometimes they say too that when you spend or when you give, you receive it back, because that's the energy of life. That's the flow of life. Give and receive, that's the balance. But when we're holding on too tightly and keep looking at this nest egg or whatever it is we're trying to, build for ourselves, and see that end result with, if we keep looking at it and focusing on it and worrying about it, that's when it really does seem to take forever, and it just seems to become a little stagnant at times as well, because it's just not growing fast enough. So we can, be too worried about abundance, about not having enough, not being supported, when it's about just letting it, okay? It's like letting it just unfold. Like we know it's we know it's gonna happen. We've planted the seeds, we've put the hard work in, and it may not be necessarily where we want to be, but we just need to open up a little bit more to life, trust that all will be well. And sometimes we have to have a balance between being careful and also living a little as well, and rewarding ourselves. So there's a conflict here, annoyances, competition. And it could be that, some of us might see other people around us who are really making it in the world, and we have to really save every dollar. It's really a stress for some people. So it's like, I can't go and enjoy this like other people can. I've got to be really careful. And, that could be true. We have to be careful with money if we really want to get to the end goal. I guess we have to put some savings away, or, maybe not buy the more expensive things one week. We might be buying more, the cheaper versions of products or something. But it's about just being able to, just know we're going to get there. Just know we're going to get there. And that everybody's on their own different path. Everyone's on a different journey here. So we've also got the Four of Water, distraction, self-absorption, and discontentment. 4, so 44, could look at it that way. Well, again, we got all the fours. It's really interesting, the fours here. So it talks about protection, stability, security, emotional security around money and abundance. You're not feeling supported in life. Because it's not just financial, it's not just in the physical realm. Whatever happens in our physical realm that we can see, and feel and experience, that is growing abundantly around us, if we're not seeing it, we're going to feel very dissatisfied and feel a void. So maybe some of you, this week are really paying attention to, there might be some kind of stagnancy around abundance, or just not, like you might see that your dollars are going down rather than going up. And it could be a fear around that. Some bill might come in, so it's just about turning it around somehow and saying, okay, this is an energy that's not very happy. This is an energy that's not fulfilled. How can I change that around? How can I look at something in a positive light? Sometimes we look at bills in a very negative way. And I am always doing that. And I've got to remind myself, well, if I didn't have that bill, I wouldn't have the water or the electricity. And I've got to try and look at it around the other way, or a roof over my head. So it's like I have to pay for these things in order to appreciate that stability and security that I already have, even though I'm not where I really want to be and getting ahead. At least at the moment, it's taking care of what needs to be done. So I feel like in some ways too, there could be this feeling of really just being unhappy or unfulfilled in a job situation right now as well. It might just not be paying enough. And so there is this ability to sit down, and in this time right here, it's the time to really reflect and work out, what do I really want? Where does my heart really lead me to be? What can really help with that flow? Because when we're unhappy, we're restricted. We're not allowing that openness, and we're not trusting the world, and we're in fear. So that lower vibration, I suppose you could say as well. And the Five of Water is disappointment, regret, and forgiveness. So interesting, they come in after the other, isn't it? So we're seeing someone who may be making the wrong choices, or just feeling really down and out, like crying over spilled milk, as they say here. See the spilled milk. So it could be that, it is a tough time for some people at this time. We are living in a world where things are increasing in, the expenses. They're so expensive. It's so expensive to live these days, even to buy groceries. So some people might really feel like, it's not that you don't have a right or a reason to feel this, fear over how the world is going, and not just, feeling maybe you're not really making it in the world as such. I mean, you might have enough to live by, but it's not really getting you ahead to where you really want to be. And there could be some regrets over some, investments that you have made where there has been a loss, or things are just not moving. It could be that as well. And just for some people, just feeling really annoyed, getting angry, frustrated, and really down and depressed about their situation right now. So it's a really good idea to just take a seat, sit back and really just maybe even write it down. What am I not happy with now, and how could I change it to really help my situation and make me feel a bit better about, where I'm at and where I'm going and what my expenses are. Some of you might want to go on a holiday, or you just really need something right now and it's just taking forever to get there, and every time you go to put money towards it, something else comes up. So it's kind of like that block in the road. But it shows me that everything is going to change, because life is not always this way. Life is fluid. Life, things do change. Opportunities come in. We can make a decision to maybe drop a subscription that we have going every week, or an addiction, or, there's different things we can make, even just tweak it a little and change some minor thing in our daily expense, or our way at looking at the world. So it could just be a little overwhelming for people. Wow, this came out in a weird way. It could be just a little bit overwhelming, emotional, I get that overwhelming emotional thing where you might just, get to, not literally, maybe some people might literally fall on their knees and just get really angry, or just have, a cry, because there are some things that are just tough to deal with. But your patience and faith is being rewarded. So it's about that perseverance. It's about trying to remain strong in this as well, and realizing that this is just a phase in your whole entire life. This is just a chapter that's really tough right now. It doesn't have to be like this forever. There could be debts for some people as well, but it doesn't mean it has to always be there. Things change. People can come in and help us. We might get a really good job. You might win something. It might be a windfall, or you can let go of something. So let's have a look. What else do we need to know? Leo energy, playful, courageous, energetic. So try and have a bit of fun. Having fun doesn't always have to cost money either. So it could just be about, maybe even getting out to the beach. We see the beach here. Having fun out in the park with kids, with your family. Try not to worry too much around things. And it's not saying that, you should just push all your worries aside and that the bills are not there or whatever. But it's just about being able to say, okay, this is really crap right now. I'm going through this real grief around this situation, and I just don't know how I'm going to get out of it right now, and nothing really is fulfilling me. I don't really feel, you might feel really quite depressed. But it's just about hopefully being able to change our perspective in some way, get out and raise our vibration somehow, at the beach, outdoors, with friends, try and get our mind off things that are really getting us down right now around it. Being able to have the courage to face it and say, oh God, this is really not where I want to be, but it is going to change. And also, as we saw that Four of Earth before too, it takes a lot of trust to be able to open up and say, you know what? I'm not going to hold on too tightly to this, because, things will change. And if I just open up a little, there's that balance and flow where things will come back in for you. And it's like that ocean, right? The tides ebb and flow. Okay, so pay attention to the signs Spirit are giving you. Could be in the form of seeing lions in your visual, obviously maybe for a lot of us not in our physical path, but visual on social media, things like that. It could be feathers. It could be anything along those lines. It could be, signs come in so many ways. It can be on the radio, through a song, the lyrics, You might see something in the clouds that just stands out to you. You know, it could be that you're overhearing a conversation that is your name, like they might be saying your name and then you hear something after it. It's just amazing how signs can come in from the universe to let you know all is going to be okay. And one thing that I do know that is a sign, oh my God, I just turned this over right now. I was just going to say, and I thought I'll just check this to see if this is this card. That is just crazy. I'm just amazed. Because I just said, one thing we're going to know when it'll be all okay, and I was about to say, is when we see a rainbow. Oh my God, this is seriously, this card, I was meant to pull that over just as I said that, because I was like, what if this has a rainbow? It'd be so weird if it didn't. Oh my God, it did. That is just absolutely blowing my mind. So this is just seriously a sign right here. Rainbow, it will all be okay. We are going to be looked after by the universe. So let's get a, oh man, that's still blowing my mind. Let's get a, because I know when I see a rainbow, and I usually see a full rainbow or double rainbows, and it's so beautiful when it happens, and it's usually at the time when I'm really feeling worried about something, and it's probably over money. But, you know, that's something, this is a good lesson for me too, because I often worry about this kind of thing as well in this world. It's really hard to get by, especially when you can't work. But at the same time, you know, you try to be grateful with life, and you try to say, you know what? I've got everything I need. I've got food in the cupboard. You know, I've got a roof over my head. I've got all the things that really just make me feel comfortable right now. It's not where I want to be ideally, you know, but it's good for now. And sometimes, I mean, I have been in a position where I had to go to a charity to ask for food, okay? And it was extremely embarrassing. I felt humiliated that I had to go and to a charity to ask for food, you know, and that was a few years ago. But it's just, then you can pay back, right? When you get better in yourself, you can pay it forward. So that's what I feel like this is you will be in a position, if you're not already, and some people who don't even have a lot still pay it forward and they receive a lot back. And it could be paying it forward by decluttering your home and giving away things that you no longer need right now. It's also opening up that space energetically, you know, through the universe, that you've allowed space for something else to come in, something new, something that you do need. That's just an example there. So there are times where we really do struggle. We really do need that help. We're stressing out because we don't have the money to pay for a major expense or whatever it might be there as well. But it's coming. It will come along. So let's see, when will things start to look up for us? Let's have a look at these ones. When will things start to look up for us, please, angels? In autumn. So it's autumn in the southern hemisphere right now with us here. I lie. We're actually technically in winter right now, but we've just come out of autumn. But it could be fall around that time. Oops. We got within weeks. Okay, within weeks. And it does say an unfavorable outcome number 3. So within 3 weeks. Okay, for some of us, it could be an unfavorable outcome within 3 weeks. So it could be that if you're expecting something to come together within 3 weeks, it may not be happening in the timing that we need it to. Can we get another idea, please, Spirit? What's this one say? During the eclipse. Is there an eclipse? I can't remember. I never remember the eclipses, actually. What are we in now? We're in June, aren't we? June. Just looking at my calendar. Not sure we have one just yet. Yeah, I don't remember writing it down in my calendar about eclipses, actually, for the rest of the year. I think we have like 2 or something a year, don't we? Or every 18 months, I think there's so many of them, but they don't, you know, they don't always come along. But it could be around the eclipse that things might seem really hazy, like we can't see change, we can't feel it, and then something just amazingly opens up for us. That light comes back in again, and it is a time to reflect as well around that time too. So yeah, it's quite amazing, guys. I'm just having a quick look here. For some of us, it might be a little while, you know, until we can get back on our feet. But it's not to say that there's not help along the way either. Like, we can always, you know, there's always that help somewhere. It can be through family or friends or work, getting an advance, you know, with payments or something. You might, you know, we can always, as I said, change our lifestyle a little bit, even if it's really something we don't want to do. Could be getting, you know, dropping down some subscriptions that we're used to having that we don't necessarily really need to have. And then when we're at a better position in our lives, we can go back to that kind of thing. So look, you're not alone. What did I just say? That you're not alone. Like, people are around you. There are ways to gain this help. Okay. Yeah, reaching out is really hard to do, especially if you're independent, if you are somebody who just doesn't want to be a burden to someone else. That's how I've always been. Like, I don't like asking for help. And you could see it as a pride thing. I don't really feel it that way. I feel like it's more of an embarrassed thing, you know, like you don't want to have to ask anyone, even family or anyone, for help because you don't want to be a burden on them. But there are people who, you know, who really do want to help. So let's see, what is our advice card this week? So we've got here, what is it? Scorpio, go deeper. And what's that? New moon. Yeah, new moon. So on the new moon, you might want to write down a list of things that you want to change, you want to see happen, like new beginnings in your life, that fresh slate. Maybe a pathway we're on right now is just not good for us. Maybe we're not meant to be on that. Maybe there's something better coming along too. First quarter moon in Leo, be humble. So I just want to see what these are in the calendar. Hang on a second. Okay, so what I see here is the first, what am I seeing? The new moon in Scorpio is on the 13th, I think it's the 12th, 13th of November, okay, this year. So that's a little while away, but, you know, it doesn't have to mean that this is set in stone for everyone. Around November, things are going to really change. Sometimes these things can take some time, though, depending on our situation. It could be that we need to sell off things, or, you know, sometimes we've got to count our losses as well. Like, if we're trying to sell something for a lot more money than, you know, than we actually receive, sometimes we've got to just count our losses and move forward to a new path. But go deeper within, suss out what's going on with the fears. And the first quarter moon in Leo is saying be humble. So it's interesting we had that Leo energy before too. So just being able to try and look at something in a light-hearted kind of way, knowing that things are going to change. And trust the universe. Look at that first quarter moon in Aquarius. And we also have Leo, again, new moon in Leo, shine. Look at these gorgeous sunflowers here. So it's just about trusting the universe, being humble, and just going deeper and trying to work through those shadows of fear, anything that might arise with not being supported by the universe. And don't be afraid to shine your light in this as well. Let me just check those ones. Okay, so what I've found here is that the new moon, okay, in Leo, and that it's also changing to Virgo, but it's saying Leo is on the 15th and 16th of August, which is, oh, hello, darling, which is not that far away, guys. And then we've also got the first quarter moon is in October. So if we're looking at these dates that we've just seen here, we're looking between August and November, where there might be some major shifts around this time for us as well, to trust, because things are coming to light, okay, with the new moons here as well. It does definitely show a new beginning here. And, as I said, the first quarter moon in Aquarius is on the 22nd of October. So it's interesting, guys. So I really hope this has helped. I feel like I've got to grab just one more card, please. It's a little bit longer, this reading this week, but that's okay. Look at this. Good. He's smiling. He's got a letter in the mail, hopefully a check. But there's this happiness coming in. Look at the feather, which is what this is right here. Pay attention to the signs. Wow, look at that, white feathers coming in, because the universe is going to respond to you. You know, you're going to be prepared to receive something amazing that's coming in for a fresh start, a new beginning, a new path for you to plant new seeds, especially on the new moon. Talk about, you know, to the universe, converse with the universe, what it is that you want to, that you desire, you know, that you want to attract in your life, for those new seeds to be planted. And, yeah, it'll shift this other energy, whatever that, you know, the fearful stuff is there as well. And I hope this has resonated today, guys. I hope it's, resonated and given you some clarity around these issues, because we are living in a world that can be a little scary, you know, with everything changing, and it's like that shadow energy over the earth as well when it comes to survival, and everything's changing. Even our currency is going to be changing over the years as well. So a lot of us don't like change, and it can be hard to go from, you know, the cash that we're using to everything online. It's quite scary in some ways. And they're talking about AIs, you know, and all this stuff. The AI world will be, you know, moving into as well. So we just got to be able to, you know, just embrace what we have now, show our gratitude to the universe, maybe do some study and research on things that can help us to change our lifestyle and our way of thinking, keep informed. That's something important here as well, guys. Don't forget to shine your light. Love you always. And I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.